In this video, I'm not going to tell you what to do. This is not going to be one of those videos where it's going to be somebody, pleading to you, telling you that you have all these reasons to live. It's just not going to be that type of video. I think that most often we can kind of get help from other people simply by knowing what they've gone through, and simply by just building bridges of understanding and connection with other human beings. Someone just telling you that you have everything to live for who doesn't understand your situation is probably not going to mean that much to you, and that's understandable. So in this video, the only thing I can really do is just try to give you some insights, I guess, just from my point of view, maybe some things to think about that you haven't thought about before. So often I feel, just because we live our lives from a very limited perspective. You can only see what you can only see. You can't see things from other people's point of views, from bigger point of views and all that, and that's because of the nature of life. We can so often get caught up in our one perspective that we actually miss a lot. We miss some things that would actually change our one perspective if we had known these things. And like for me, to be honest, suicide is something that in the past I've wrestled with myself, the thought of it, and coming from some really dark places in the past, I feel I can kind of talk about this and hopefully relate to someone, or maybe connect to one person. If that happens, with just one person, then this video and my time spent making it would certainly be worth it. And what I think of now from my point of view, being a little older and hopefully a little wiser than I was at that time, it's a lot of it doesn't even make sense, I suppose. What a lot of people tend to become suicidal over, and I'll explain it this way. So much of what people will kill themselves for, and actually a guy just popped into my head. A guy I know maybe about 2 months ago, took his own life. A guy I worked with in the past, and I seen this guy maybe about a week before he did it, and I didn't even, from the look he had in his eyes, it was funny. I didn't even really know what to say to the guy, but when you kind of seen the look he had in his eyes, you kind of see that in his mind, his life was pretty much over. So this type of stuff is real, and I don't know exactly what he was dealing with. I think he had some marital issues and all that, but what I kind of, I guess, would like to throw out there is, if nothing else, if you're suicidal, really put some thought into what it is that you feel that you're not matching up to, or where in life you feel you should be, or what you feel you should be doing that's not going on and that's not happening the way you want, and really question that. Because I believe a lot of times we can compare ourselves to the culture and what culture tells us we should be and what we should have and what we should be doing. And if we don't match up with the culture, we can start to think that it's actually something wrong with us. So many times people don't question culture, and raise their hand and ask the question, could there be something wrong with culture? We turn the finger to ourselves, and we'll, a lot of times point the gun and the drugs and all this type of stuff, on ourselves. One of a guy who I consider really to be a great mind and a philosopher when he was with us was guy named Terrence McKenna. I would check his videos out. I love his talks about culture and how he talks about culture in the sense that culture really, it looks out for itself. The only thing that culture is really concerned with preserving is the culture. And the culture has really no regard for the individual, which is what we are in a sense. We're all just, you know, a number of individuals. And culture will have the individual do things to fit into the culture, things that serve the culture. Things that a lot of times the individual does not even understand. It's kind of like, I think Terrence McKenna used the example of a troop. You know, you could have some type of soldier from a country in a war field killing another man, you know, that may be the same age, you know, kind of look like him. And the guy that's killing this other man, he doesn't, personally, the individual him does not want to just go out and kill this kid that he doesn't know. But culture is telling him to do this, and, you know, whatever culture he subscribes to that ended up getting him out on the field. You know, and in certain situations, the individual troop may or may not even know what the full mission is or why he's really doing something, but he's part of a system. So that could kind of be one way to look at it. And I feel that no matter who you are, if you're here, you have something to offer. And what may be holding you back is really just you looking around and allowing things to hold you back. I would just, you know, ask you to consider, instead of giving up on yourself, which is pretty much what suicide is, why not first just try this? If you have nothing else to lose, which actually can be a powerful situation if you really understand that, you know, that situation. But if you have nothing else to lose, try first giving up on the stuff that's, you know, holding you back. If it's another person that you're involved with, you know, a significant other, a spouse or something, and this person has you feeling suicidal because, you know, how the relationship went down or something, why not just give up all of that, no matter how you may look, but try that first before you give up on yourself. If it's a culture you're trying to fit into, if you feel you're not pretty enough, you're not skinny enough, you're not this and that, you know, all these type of things that other people tell you should be, if you don't look like the person in the magazine or the advertisement, try giving up on all that stuff first. You know, see what it would be like to not pursue those type of goals and those type of visions, if that's the stuff that's driving you crazy, and try pursuing something that you actually interested in. Try finding who you are and getting in touch with your individual, you know, the individual that is you. That was really in my life one of the biggest changing points. It was, you know, it was at a point where I was pretty much done with organized religion, organized politics, and all of that type of stuff. And in the end, I was just left with myself, and which can be a scary place to be if you're not used to it. But it's a blessing in disguise. It's just, you know, two sides of the same coin. But it's like when you detach yourself from so many labels and so much expectations that other people have from you, you're just left with yourself for a while. And at that point, you really do have to do some soul searching, and the only thing you can really find at that point is you. You can, from that point on, you can actually find out who you are and what's important to you. You know, and the more you can do that without the involvement and then the influence of culture, you know, television, advertising, and all that type of stuff, if you could fortunate enough to give all that stuff away, give all that stuff up, and don't be influenced by that daily, you know, you can really get in touch with yourself. And once you find that type of power, and once you find yourself, you're gonna love yourself. You know, you're gonna appreciate yourself, because which is impossible to do if you don't know yourself. If you're just another, you know, somebody dipped the cookie cutter in the cookie dough and they came out with you. You know, you're just like the person before you and everybody else who's just following along what they think they're supposed to be doing, what they think they're supposed to be, you know, being. So that's just my spiel. And that's only, I know that's a limited angle. It's just from my angle, you know, from what I've experienced, and, you know, can really, I feel, you know, be justified speaking on. So, you know, if I was you, I would just consider those things, you know, kind of look around, get a broader perspective, you know, before you know, might want to do something drastic. If you need to contact me, I mean, feel free. You know, I can, you know, try to do whatever I can, make, you know, more videos. Plan on making those anyway, you know, but yeah, just try to find yourself, and try to find a reason within you, and it's all within you, a reason within you to live. Because I mean, in your mind, from your perspective, if you don't have a reason to live, you don't have a reason to live. Nobody can really argue that with you and justify it with you. So it's up to you. It's up to you. But those are my words. You know, take them and leave them. I'll see you on the next video. It's the Mazda. Peace. Thanks for watching this video. If you want to show a little extra love and support, you can leave a comment below or click the thumbs up button. Also, if you want to check out my work as a visual artist, click the link below to go to my Redbubble portfolio. There you can purchase prints of artwork as well as t-shirts and more.